How you doing? I'm Tyson Franklin, and the purpose of this video today is to talk to you about drowning your patients in information. And this topic came up the other day. I was talking to a really good friend of mine, and we're using an analogy of water, actually, and we're saying it's amazing how something that, if you don't have it, can harm you. If you have just the right amount, is great for you. And if you have too much, can actually be bad for you. And water, for example, if you don't have water, you dehydrate, you're going to die. You have just the right amount of water and you're going to be quite healthy. If you have too much water, then it can actually be harmful to you. And it can actually create, water toxicity. And it's hyponatremia, where you have too much water, the electrolytes between the salt or other electrolytes and salt in your body, the balance gets out of whack, and it can be really, really harmful for you. And on top of that, dunk you in a pool of water and leave you there, and you can actually drown. So here's water that you need to save your life. Without it, you're going to die. Right amount, you're going to be healthy. Too much of it, toxicity, or you can actually drown. And then we related this to giving your patients information. And if you don't give your patients the right information or enough information, it can be harmful. You give them the right information and it can be very beneficial to them, especially for long-term treatment. But if you give them too much information, you can actually drown your patient in information, which can be harmful for them long-term. And I think this is really important if you have new graduates working with you. I know if your confidence is a little bit low, you feel like you need to prove yourself. So you sometimes overgive information. And if you give too much, information overload, and you can drown the patients in information and they end up doing nothing. I've learned this through coaching as well, that sometimes you feel like, I've got to give the clients more. I've got to give the podiatrist more information. So they feel like they're getting more from each session. But sometimes giving them too much drowns them in information. Then they'll say that, oh, I feel overwhelmed. And then they don't end up doing anything. So it's finding that right balance. So just keep that in mind with your patients. Make sure, look through patient files, look through patient notes, especially with new graduates. What information are they giving the patients, and are they giving them too much? In the 12-week reboot, when I do it, I talk about communication with patients. And one of the things that I talk about is developing treatment plans and doing it in detail, so that if I grabbed a patient file on the second or third visit, I know exactly what's going to happen next, because the information that you give is organized step by step. And there's a certain way of doing it that works really well. So I didn't do this video just to promote the 12-week podiatry business reboot, but I may as well. If you're sitting on the fence, jump on board, go to my website, tysonfranklin.com. The main purpose of this video, though, was just about patient information, and don't drown your patients with information. Like I said, don't give them enough. It's detrimental to their long-term treatment. Give them just the right amount. And sometimes it might feel like, oh, but I could give them some more. They need a little bit more. Just give them what they need. Get them to come back, give them more information. Just feed them slowly. Like I said, if you just dump it all on them, they are going to get overwhelmed and they're not going to do anything. And that's not what you want for your patients. It's not the best thing for your patients, not the best thing for you either, or for your business. So keep that in mind. Do not drown your patients with too much information. Okay, I'll talk to you again later. Bye.